Hi, I'm doing a talk for CEOs tomorrow I've been asked to talk to them about energy. So I thought I'll do a little video for you and maybe you can take anything of it to do one of your own talks or just kind of get the concept that I think is a good introduction for EFT. So these are a group of CEOs. They're part of a group that regularly meets, so they all know each other. I know that. I met the guy yesterday who invited me, who heads up this group, so I had a sense of the people coming and what they really want from me, and so on and so on. All he said was talk about energy. And so we floated a few ideas, and there we go. Now, here's how I'm going to introduce the talk after I have introduced myself. I'm going to tell them a story about me one day here in bed at house where I do my best work from. 1 minute I was very comfortable in bed, and the next minute I was out with my long johns, because it's kind of cold here in Cape Town some days now, and my jacket and my hair the way that it is in the morning, and my very fluffy slippers. And I was running around throwing stones at guinea fowl because I hate them. I absolutely hate them. I don't really hate many things, but I hate them. I don't hate them so much as the noise they make, but since they go hand in hand, I really hate them. Anyhow, so that's kind of my intro, my story. And then I'm going to tell them another story of, some of you have heard this story. When I was in Brisbane, about maybe a year ago, Monique took me to this very beautiful monastery. And it was this exquisite gardens and very peaceful. You know, it's that type of place where you just kind of start whispering when you're there. It was just beautiful. People were meditating in these beautiful maintained gardens and stuff. And then there was a woman kind of way over there on the other side of this beautiful courtyard, starting to raise her voice on a mobile phone, and she spoke in a language that I don't understand, so I didn't know what she was saying, but it was clear to me that she was very, very agitated. She kept raising her voice and, you know, all that. So I'm going to tell them those two stories, and then I'm going to give them a few minutes to talk amongst themselves about what linked those two stories. Now, it's very unlikely that any of them will actually get it, but here's why I'm sharing it with you, because I'm picking those two stories to build a bridge into EFT. I would not even have mentioned tapping at that point, even though it's kind of in the title, although I'm still playing with the title. I'm not quite sure about the tapping into creativity thing. I'm still playing with that title. Title is irrelevant. The title will come to me before I get there. But here's going to be the bridge for me between this. I'm going to tell them these two stories, make it interactive so they can have a few minutes to chat and have fun about what they think the link is between these two stories. And then, of course, the link that I've already decided is most relevant for this talk, because I know where I want the talk to go, is the limbic brain. And then I'm going to draw a brain on the board, and I'm going to show them parts of the brain, like shortlists, you know my favorite diagrams. I'm going to do them one of my special flip charts. I might even sign it. Frontal cortex, limbic brain, amygdala, hypothalamus. Simple. 10-15 minutes, they will be totally getting the signs of this. I've done this before. I know how this stuff works, the basics of it anyway. And then they will have a sense of the limbic brain, because the other day when I was chasing birds in the morning like a crazy person, limbic brain, overdrive, right? That woman getting completely agitated and almost losing control over the phone, a limbic brain. You can call me an idiot. I don't know what my neighbors thought. You can call her an idiot. But what we have in common in these events is the limbic brain. And after I have now demonstrated to them how the limbic brain works, now we'll be half an hour, 45 minutes into the talk, and they have not heard me mention tapping. I have not introduced myself as a tapping expert or anything of the sort. We are just talking, having conversation. We're just having a blast, telling stories, them having a chuckle at the picture of me in my short long johns, because it doesn't matter what it says on the package. Long johns is not long enough when you're 6'5". And we would have talked about energy and whatever.